I'm Helen Sattler. Thank you for joining me on tonight. Good evening, Evangelist Karen. Hello there, Cups to Be Free, Karen. Hello there, Eminem. Good evening, Ernestine. We're talking about the double bind part two. We've done this before, and we talked about the narcissist placing you into a situation where it seemed like you are helpless, seemed like you can't get out. And it is a situation that is intended for your failure. They propose a situation to you to act like they're helping you, but they know on the onslaught that this situation is an entrapment. Thank you so much, um, Eminem. Thank you so much. Y'all share this forum out. It is some interesting information that we're going to bring. And we've already started our countdown. Thank you so much, Karen, our moderator, for being on. You know, when you're in a double bind situation, it's a helpless situation. You're looking at the situation and there's nothing you can do. It seems like you're trapped. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. And so when this situation comes, it seems like it's an entrapment. It seems like nothing you can do will aid getting out. And the narcissist is already telling you that you can't. They knew when they proposed the situation, you were not going to be able to get out. You were not going to be able to relieve yourself. They would tell you to buy something, maybe to spend money for a car. And they know the car is a lemon and you don't know that. And they tell you, well, if anything go wrong, we'll fix it. And you buy the car and something does go wrong, but you don't have the money to fix it. You can't afford to fix it. And now the situation is critical and you got to get to work. He got to get to work. He said, look at the dumb decision you made. He said, you tell him, well, I've only made the decision because you told me that if anything go wrong, you can fix it. He said, do I look like a mechanic? Have you ever saw me fix a car? Yeah, but I only bought the car because you told me to buy it. I didn't tell you to buy it. I told you to look at the car, but you made an independent decision without me. That's what happens when you make decisions without me. You don't listen to me. You don't ever listen to me. And you always get us in trouble. And the truth of it is he's gaslighting. He's lying. He's forwarding the blame. This is a double bind situation. When you are suggested to do something, and then when you do it, they blame you for doing it. He tell you that he wants to marry you. He tell you that it's a good thing to marry. So y'all been together for 3 months and then you get married. The marriage was not for covenant. It was for convenience. When the narcissist convenience you into a marriage, what he does is trap you into more responsibility, trap you into a situation where it's harder for you to leave, because you have been deemed as a primary source. And when you are a primary source, you are what keep the narcissist going. You are what keep the narcissist operating. And a lot of times you have the financial astuteness that the narcissist need when he don't. You may have the prestige that the narcissist need that he don't. You may have the caliber of networking that he needs that you don't. And he know if he's with you, he can get around the people he needs to be around because you have the prestige. And he see you are a worker. He see that you are educated. He see that you have the energy. Wherever you notice you stay with the narcissist, your energy start to wane. Your energy start to leave. All of your creativity start to be challenged because it takes so much to be with them. Good evening, Ernestine. And you are finding yourself fighting for things that came natural to you, fighting for the energy when you were energetic. You always had the energy. Now you're fighting for energy. Now it seems as if your creative ideas, you're under constant strain. You know, you're going sleepless night. There is an argument. And instead of just going to get to the root of the argument, what the narcissist does is get you upset. prevent you from sleeping. And you got to get up in 4 hours. Y'all been talking about this thing and you word salad. You went round and round and you never reached a conclusion. As a matter of fact, you didn't even reach a resolve. It was just conversation. And the narcissist know that it was just conversation. So he kept you talking. He kept you irritated. Then he went around to point one. You reached no goal. You reached no conclusion. But now you got a sleepless night and you got 3 hours that you have to get up. And so you stay up. Then you work for 8 to 12 hours. Then you find out they need you longer. So you work from 8 to 16 hours. You do a double shift. You call your mom so she can get the kids. And then you go home. And when you go home, the narcissist say, I know you wasn't working, but they called you on the job. And they knew you were on the job. I knew you wasn't working. Who have you been with? Why are you coming up in here late? You act as if you don't have a family. What? And what you are doing is getting money so you can help pay the bills because y'all done made a decision, listen to the narcissist, that's cost you more money. The narcissist drain life out of a person. Sleep deprivation is a tool that the narcissist use. Job performance go down because you're tired. You're tired. And you got to remember, they are a professional agitator. They are a professional destroyer. They begin to destroy the very things that they admired you with. You know, I love your strength. I see that you are strong. I love the fact of your work ethics. Everything that they gave you compliments for in the beginning of the relationship, that is, they're going to be that attack zone. They love your strength. They're going to attack your strength. You think you're stronger than everybody else. You trying to rule me. You're trying to dominate me. And you're not. You're trying to negotiate the terms. You're trying to work with them. They don't want to work with you. They want you out of the picture until they need you again. And then when they need you again, they want you back in the picture. The narcissist will tell you, oh, I love you. I never met anybody like you. You stimulate me. Now they telling you, you hinder me. The very thing they said stimulate them, they say it hinders them. You try to control me. I don't like your level of control. When I come to you, you don't value me. And the truth of it is, everything the narcissist is accusing you of doing, they're doing to you. But they deny it. They won't own up to it. They gaslight you. The double bind is they always recommending what they're going to destroy later. They're going to move you in a corner. I need you close to your family. Then they tell your family, she or he don't want to come around you. I tell them to call you. They say they don't want to call you. Then they go to you and say, your family said they're tired of you. Your family say you're crazy. Your family said that you got all kind of emotional issues. So the double bind, he talked to the family against you. Then he talked to you against your family. He make you not want to be with your family. Then he make your family uncomfortable about coming around you. Anytime the narcissist want to gain control, they go into the realm of isolation. The less support you have, the more they can attack you, and the more assured that attack is for working. Come on now. When the narcissists get close to your family, there is an ulterior motive. It has nothing to do with them liking your family. No, they need to isolate you. Because when you don't have a support system, you can be destroyed easier and you'll go down quicker. The narcissist has evil intent when it comes to you. But what you got to do is build your mind. When you're in the midst of the situation, you must build your mind. And building your mind is an everyday job. You cannot let up one day. Every day there has to be a positive assertion of who you are. You can go on different ports and get inspiration. Let them talk to you, get strength. Let them encourage you. Cluster B Free Karen said, the narcissists want the target around them as much time as possible. Then they complain that the target doesn't give them room to breathe. That's the double bind the narcs put on the person. Yes, absolutely. And the reason they want you around them, because whatever you love, you want to spend time with. And whatever you spend time with, you get common with. And whatever you get common with, you start to trust them. You start to give yourself over. So the narcissist know when what he's doing is working, because you start showing evidence that it's working. And the closer you get to them, the more you love them, the more they can get they can do evil and it'll be excused. You won't hold them accountable for nothing they do, because in the end, you don't want to lose them. And what the narcissist does in the beginning, the love bomb, they tell you they love you. I love you. That's what they say, I love you. And it's over and over again. There's nobody like you. I love being around you. You are my heart. You are my joy. I never loved anyone like this. I don't know what to do. I'm scared. I'm scared because I never loved anyone so much. And that's over and over from 3 to 6 months. I love you. I love until it's in your heart. You can't see yourself without the narcissist. Hello, Ernestine. She said, right on point. Hey, Teravia. Good. Well, it's almost good morning here. It's like 10 to 12 here. What time is it there? And the narcissists want your heart. They want the rhythm of your heart. They want the frequency of your life. They want to become the frequency, the wave that make you work. That's what the narcissists want. When you get trauma bonded, because they know they're going to mess up. They know they're going to discard. She says 2:48 a.m. Oh, okay. Y'all are 2 hours earlier above us. Almost 3. The narcissists need to entrap your emotions. Inside of your emotions, your will works. When your emotions are in control, your will surrender. When the emotions in control, the will is weak. When the will is strong, the emotions submit. But when you allow everything be based on what you feel fear. You feel like they're going to leave. You feel like it's not enough. You feel scared. That is not a leadership quality in your life. Your emotion is supposed to be an additive of something, attached to something. It is supposed to cry out of a situation that's going on, not to lead in a situation. And many times we allow our emotions to lead in a situation, which is going to cause failure. Your emotions were not made to lead. It's an emphasis. It's an assistance. It's an addition. But most of you are leading by what you feel, because you love because of what you feel. And you don't want to get hurt because of what you feel. You feel hurt. You feel like they're going to leave. You feel scared. The narcissist picks this up. They're able to tap into that emotional wavelength. They're able to tap into those emotional fears. And they take those fears and they run with them. Because they lead the fears, because the fears is leading you. She said, I heard of all those same lies during the love bomb. She said, the predators are wearing a mask, so the target falls in love. She said, once the narc knows the target is committed, then the devaluation and abuse start every single time. That's right, Karen. Every single time. And they will work to make sure that you are hooked. The narcissists, when they're love bombing, They know they got to put the energy in. They know they got to put the time in. And they know they got to overload. They got to go and overload because whatever they do, they got to do quickly because they can't hold the mass too long. It's going to fall off. And when it fall off, you're going to go into questions. And once you go into questions, they know it's over. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Why did you say that? So they want to hold the questions off as long as they can. Because anybody in their right mind going to say, wait a minute, something is wrong here. And if you go into cognizant dissonance, what happens is you go into a system of denial. You deny what is happening. You say it is an impossibility. It can't be. It can't be happening. Yes, it's happening. They couldn't hold the mask too long. The mask fell off. You were seeing who you never knew. You're wondering where they came from. Nobody could do this. Yes, they can. Nobody can say this. Yes, they can. Nobody could be like this. Yes, they can. In the double bind, things happen. In the double bind, things happen. Traps are set. Strategy is made because they have to lock you down. Because not to will give you too much wiggle room and you'll want out. Because when you get under enough pressure will make the fight rise up in you to survive. What is going on? You go into survival mode. You don't want your life to be extinct, so you start to fight for what you know you are. Because you don't want to lose who you are. Because the longer you stay, the more distance you get to you. The far, far away you get from who you are. Years pass that seem like weeks. Decade pass that seem like months. And you look up and it's a double bind. You thought it was the way out. And you thought if you did this, it had to be a clear passageway. But it was a trap. Hello there, Haka. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you so much. Hello there, MMXW. How are you? We're talking about the traps of the narcissist. When they recommend and propose something to you and you do it, and it was a trap. It sounded good, it looked good, but they knew it wasn't going to work. And usually the double bind become an arsenal. When the narcissists feel like you're getting stronger, when the narcissists feel like, no, she's getting more confidence, they come in with this. Hello there, Helen. They come in with these traps. Chains for your feet. And chains is heaviness. Things that they suggest to load you down, to make your movement harder. It's not so easy to move. It's not so easy to run with speed, to get that velocity going again. It is not easy. Cluster B Free Karen said, the cognizant dissonance starts because of the push and pull behavior. She said the target wants to leave here. The target wants to leave here. Comes the love bombing again. Breadcrumbs and future faking to keep you. She's a hope is the last thing to go always. MMXW said, I think I met another one. and he asked me to marry him in 1 month. Thank God I know better. See, you know what he saw? This is what I want. She got just what I need. Everything that he wanted, he saw in you. And he knew I better trap this real fast. 1 month. You don't even know each other for you to talk about marrying me. 1 whole month. Come on, somebody. And the narcissist, you got to remember, when a relationship moves too fast, question that relationship. She's a hope is the last thing you have to give up. Amen. It is. Because it ends anything for the future. Hope is the attachment of your present till tomorrow, into tomorrow. It is your attachment or your ring into the future. So you hope, because that's future tense. And you always got one more reason why you should give them a chance. Most people, and you have not reached the end of it. That's why hoovering, you have to watch hoovering. Because hoovering, when you yield to the narcissist and the hoover, it lets him know you still got hope. You're still believing for the relationship. And you're just going to get the same thing. You're going to get the same thing. It's not going to change. It's not going to change. It's not. Because it doesn't change if they don't change. See, you said the situation had changed, but did they change? Because when a person changed, the situation changed. And if the person haven't changed, the situation is not going to change. It's not. It's going to be the same thing. And I think what happens is we don't understand their behavior. We don't understand their intent. We don't understand their ways. And we give in to a moment in hope, hoping that they change, hoping that they'll get counseling, hoping that they'll see me, hoping that they'll love me, hoping that they'll see what I'm doing for them, how committed I am to them. No, they don't. They don't see you. They don't recognize you. They don't know you. They are not aware of you at all. They are aware of what you give, what you offer. It's what you do that they see. That's why you can say something. They say, I didn't know you like that. I didn't know you said that. Why? Because you wasn't the object of importance. What was important is what you was doing for them and what you was giving to them. MMXW say, he would do messed up things, not apologize, and not wanting to address it. I knew right there I was going to move forward with that. I wasn't going to move forward with anything. See, it's the excuse. It's that excuse. Don't hold me accountable. Don't hold me accountable. Let me do what I want to do in this relationship. Let me have my way in this relationship. That's what he's saying. Let me have my way. I want my way. Notice the temper tantrums, like a 2-year-old. I want my way. You can't stop me because that's not what I want. Or you got to deal with me because that's what I want. When you recognize that you can spend your life and your time with a person who's not willing to change, where is that going to put you in a year, 5 years, 10 years? Karen on here, she got 33 and a half years under her belt. I've known them to have 50 years, 60 years. And believe it or not, the narcissist after 60, 70 years, go and look for somebody younger, and your health has been compromised, your life has been compromised, you can't get another job, and you there struggling, never having the confidence of someone that love you. Hawkeye said, the narc is with his ex because he had to fight, because we had a fight. Yeah. Yeah, that's what he uses. But he had on the string all along. She was the trump card. Anytime the narcissist is dealing with a primary supply is not easily released. They're not. They discard them, but they always go back to the primary supply. The primary supply is a trained supply. They're formidable, easy. He said, in less than 2 months. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. If it's less than 2 months, she was already there. No, she was already there. She didn't just come, she was already there. And she's been there. And sometimes what the narcissist do is trying you out to see can he replace the primary source. So he does things for you. Oh my God. And the love bomb is second to none. It's second to none. Nobody can love bomb you like a narcissist. MMXW said they always have people around. Always. Because they need flying monkeys to do their bidding. They need to throw the rock and hide their hand, and other folk got rocks in their hand. But nobody threw it but the person who's hiding their hand. But everybody else accused because they blame shift. They shift the blame. And when the narcissist shift the blame, they will have everybody looking at you. They will have everybody looking at you like you did something. Haka said, that proved me that she was always there. Yeah, that proved to me that she was always there. What he's probably trying to do, Haka, is get another primary source. He tried to tell me he was single the whole time. In his mind, he is, whether he had you or her. And if he can't get you as a primary source, he's not done. He's just going to go somewhere else. Karen said, a grown man or woman narcissist will throw private and public temper tantrums like a toddler, stumping, screaming, and fake crying. She said the ex actually fell on the floor, kicking like a 3-year-old. Wow. Isn't that amazing? Anytime the narcissists act like a child, guess what they're pulling from you? I feel he told me he was with her to hurt me. Of course. That's why he told you. Throw temper tantrum when he was over 65 years old at the time. Oh my God. Yeah, it don't matter the age. What matters is they get what they want. And they don't see themselves. They see you. Because can you imagine a 65-year-old man falling on the floor screaming and hollering like a toddler? That is really crazy. Hawkeye said he would have never said that to me before that fight because it was unnecessary. He thought he had you before the fight. When you're being love bombed, they're not going to bring up negative stuff. If they throw something out there, they're going to quickly cover it up because they want to see your levels of tolerance. How much weight would you give to them? So they're going to throw things out to see how much you're going to put up with. If you put up with them, you got a relationship until something go wrong. And when something go wrong and you start holding them accountable, oh, they out of there. They don't want to be accountable for anything. They are irresponsible. It is your responsibility to love them, to care for them. It is your job to make sure they got everything they need. If you look at how you care for them, the way you care for them is how you have to care for a child. It takes more because they're an adult. They require so much. That's why you don't have any energy. That's why you feel the drain. That's why your stomach is bloated. That's why you got problems eating. You got problems sleeping. Your bowels are messed up. Your food, you can't eat food. Your mind is tormented. You got sleep deprivation. You feel like you don't want to be around people because you can't trust your emotions. You're offset. You're nervous. Your blood pressure is too high. Your whole body going off course. Your reality is being challenged. You don't know what's real, what's not real because you've been gaslighted so much. All of these things only get worse. She said, I felt drained, couldn't eat, and had an anxiety attack after leaving him. What happened is your body keeping score. No, that was happening with him. It's just that after he left, the anxiety emerged. There was a reason for it to come. It's like being triggered. That was your trigger button when he left. Because now your mind thinking, how did you get caught again? How did you get in this again? You should have known better. Now you're beating up on you, and you have to stop your mind from beating up on you. Especially when you've been in a relationship, you're like, how did I get in this again? How did it happen again? I don't understand how it happened again. It'll happen as many times as you allow it. It will. As many times as you allow it, it will happen. Haka said he was worse than my first love. You know why? Anytime you get narcissists, they never stay the same. They always get worse because the frequency is higher to draw one. When it's easier, the frequency is higher. And it gets easier once you have one because the barrier is broken. That's why if you notice a narcissist, the ones you draw, they're always worse than the ones you had. You never draw at the same level. It's like going to college. If you've been in college for 4 years, you didn't go back to being a freshman. You kept elevating your educational standard. That's the way it is with a narcissist. A narcissist always educates the operational process in your life. And you draw a stronger narcissist because you got more knowledge of them, with them, to them. So you begin to draw more from them, draw them. And they're more powerful and they are upper grade. If you had a lower narcissist, now you had a mid narcissist, then you're upper mid narcissist, then you're a greater narcissist, then you're the ultra great narcissist. You keep going higher because the frequency keep intensifying. Things happen quicker, like WW that like who was that said that? That was MMXW said he wanted to move quicker. He wanted to do things quicker. Can you imagine meeting a narcissist and he look and said, this is what I want. She has everything I need. She said, I can see I've been meeting the successful one. I just thank God for protecting me. See? Absolutely. Absolutely. See? She said, I can't see. She said, say, not see. She said, I can't say I've been meeting the successful one. I just thank God for protecting me. You know why? Because you're successful. You're successful, so you're meeting success. And guess what they're wanting? Success. And what they need is for your greed to be more than your wisdom. For material things to be more valued than behavior, character, and standards. Because you'll be amazed, women who compromise themselves for the amount of money that a person has, the amount of prestige that they have. She said, he spoiled me so bad. And did everything a boyfriend would do just for me to see he was with that woman the whole time. Yeah. Because he needs to hurt you. Don't be surprised when he try to come back. And he come back to see what you accept him. She said, no amount of money is worth being abused. Girl, you better say that thing. And that is the truth. But that's why you got to have your standard. Once you out, you stay out. You don't go back. If you go back to a narcissist, he considered that a weakness and you got to pay the punishment. They don't like the weakness in them. They definitely gonna hate it in you. You don't go back. And once you pick up, See, a lot of times we don't allow ourselves to demagnetize. You got to demagnetize to prevent yourself from, if you keep drawing them, you'll not demagnetize. Sometimes you got to just stay clear of any relationship, deal with yourself, build yourself up. Why? Because you can't keep going back. I got to build myself up because I need to draw differently. And the only way I'm going to draw different is to be different. But if you don't draw different because you are different, it ain't going to happen. And the narcissist, like Karen said, is a spoiled, grown child without the maturity or the accountability of their age. Because somewhere it didn't develop. And think of one with an orphan child spirit, an abandonment spirit, spirit of rejection. They all have the spirit of entitlement. They feel that when they want something, they have a right to it, whether it's theirs or not. It don't have to belong to them. I want it. And because I want it, I should have it. It's like a kid. The kid see a toy, and the kid wants the toy. And the kid think, I should have that toy. You think, but that's not yours. They don't care if it's not theirs. I want it. No, it's not yours, even though it's yours. Now it's mine, because I wanted it to be. In every situation, that's what they are. That's what they do. Haka said, I don't think he's going to try to come around me again. For him to be so nasty. Girl, Haka, you got experience with this. You know they come around again. They don't care how nasty they've been. They don't care how cruel they've been. No, what happened? You got to make sure that on the inside of you, you're not hoping he come around. Because on the inside of you, you don't like what he did, but you're not done. You haven't settled it. And when you haven't settled it, if you go into the core essence of who you are, there's a hope there. Like MMWX and Karen said, hope is the last thing to go. It's the last thing to leave. Especially if you love them. Just because they left, just because they act a fool, that has nothing to do with your love leaving. Your love don't leave because they were crazy. Your love don't leave because they left. Your love don't leave because they discarded. All the feelings you have is still there. And you are left to deal with them. And it's not easy because there's no medication that can tend to a broken heart. There is no medication for a broken heart. And they said time heal all wounds. No, it don't. Sometimes time stir up worse wounds. Time make it hurt even more. No, decisions change lives. Choices change lives. And choices are not always easy. It's not always easy to let go of what you love, even though it's abusive, even though loving them is killing you or unaliving you. It's not always easy. I'm telling you. Sometimes loving the wrong thing sticks until you get tired. Because it's going to always be a double bind. It was not orchestrated to work for your good. It was not meant to work for your good. It was never proposed to work for your good. How about if you were with somebody for 40 years and you wake up on the 41st year only to realize you never knew them? She said, I love this man. I love this man a lot. And I never thought I would love a man again. And that's why it hurt. I know. Haka, I know. So you know what you're telling me? His love bombing was off the charts. Because once you've been with a narcissist, baby, there is this thing, then you be like, we ain't going there again, bro. I am not going to allow you in my life like that again. No way, no how. And then they get past all of the securities. They get past all of the backdoor protectors. They get past all that. And next thing you know, you have gave your emotions over again. And you know when you do it, because you like, man, God, if this don't work, I know I'm going to be hurt. It ain't going to work. And yeah, you going to be hurt. Because that's what they do. That's part of the plan. That's part of the program. The program has inaugurated inside of it all of your hurt, all of your pain. There's no such thing as a situationship with a narcissist void of pain, even in a regular relationship. But this is different because intentional pain is different from something that happened to cause pain. It wasn't meant to happen, but it did, and it caused pain. But when there's intent, strategy for your pain, that's different. Somebody lives to hurt you, baby. They wake up to hurt you. They breathe to hurt you. They are not satisfied till they hurt you. It don't work until you're devastated. It doesn't work until you're in pain. Come on now. You gotta watch it. When somebody has your heart, you don't give your heart up easy. It's like giving somebody the code to your bank account. You're not gonna give that up easy. Thank you, Karen. She said, it makes me feel like he came into my life to pull me into his foolishness on purpose. Alcohol. You are skilled and experienced. See, now you're debating with you. You're fighting with you. And I think what makes it so hard is you've been here before. She said, and it's the fact that he laughed at me when I was upset. Yeah, because he wanted the reaction and he got it. That's the last time I saw him. He got what he wanted. He got what he wanted. We're going to do different supplies. I'm going to teach on the different supply of the narcissist because the supply is going to denote the intent of the narcissist, what you are there for. Not everybody is there for a keep. Not everybody. Not everybody. Everybody's not there to be kept. Some people are there to be used. Some people are there to be used. And because they are there to be used, then it limits the time that they spend with that supply. Hello, Edith, how are you? He gets people to help he gets people to help to cyber bully him. That's the target, to bully me. I haven't saw him in years, yet he refuses to let go. Even in a relationship, they both bully me. She said, and Silky said, if I leave him with our child, he will come for us in court. If I leave with our child, he will come for us in court. She said, if I stay with my daughter and I both suffer, I'm stuck. You're not stuck. You just got a hard decision to make. You got to educate yourself. You got to notate your things that are happening. You got to look for positive people around you. Stay here. Look for a support system. There is a way out. I want you, Karen, Cluster B Free Karen is online. Karen, I need you to tap into her. This is Silky Denim. I need you to tap in here. She said, does it sound like he was just keeping me around? I think you were just used. I think the intent that he used you for is what he used you for. Because when he get a primary source, they always come back to the primary source. So if he don't come back, you were a temporary measure while he was working somewhere else. He needs to be occupied, so you occupy him. But you probably wasn't his goal for a primary source. So he had a primary source while he used you as an occupational hazard. And Karen, I need for you to tap into silk denim. Karen is very knowledgeable. And Karen, the judge, uh, what's his name again, that you recommend people listen to and access to. I need you to give her that former judge that can help her because she's not stuck. She said, please download the Clubhouse app on Tuesday. Oh, okay. Absolutely. Effective communication. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Good job, Karen. She said, I got the holiday Hoover, 3+ years. See, they always come back to a primary source. Judge Anthony Buppiani on Instagram. I need you to get this one right here and write it down. Silky denim. Write down what Karen, she said, I need that too. Absolutely. Edith, write it down. Karen just wrote Judge Anthony Buppiani on Instagram. Write this down or take a snapshot. Take a snapshot. There you go. He came back to me twice. She said, but because I was really rude in our last argument, he just gave up. He didn't give up. I was frustrated and had enough of the abuse. Yeah, he didn't give up. He didn't give up. He just waiting for opportunity. When you got a primary source, remember this. Primary source is very rarely left alone because they took too much to get. It's too much effort. And primary source are investment agents. You invest in them. They don't spend some time with them. These ain't people that are overnight. A primary source got time under their belt. She said, okay, I have screenshot the information. Good. Access that information. You can't ever be stuck. Now, I'm not telling you that it's an easy way out because leaving is the most dangerous, it is the most secretive, and it is the most strategic. Target said, why do they stalk you after the relationship is over? You don't want anything to do with them because you're always their property. If you bought a car, it doesn't matter who you let drive the car. The car is still in your name. It's always your car. You are their property. And see, you are primary source. I just told you. They always come back to the primary source. He can have 50 wives and none of them are primary. He will be back to you. That's why he stalked you. Because he feel like you are an extension, like a child. The narcissists feel like their children are an extension of them. The narcissists feel like the primary source is an extension of them. That's why they come back to the home port. The primary source, it is hard when you're a primary source for the narcissist to leave you. Because he's going to think about you because you were too convenient. You offered him too much. You gave yourself like others don't. You spent enough time with them. You love them like others won't. So you are a primary source. Silk denim called National Domestic Hotline. All right, take a picture of this silk denim, of this information. She said, even emotional. Now domestic violence advocacy have acknowledged that you can have emotional abuse, not just physical abuse. Because sometime in the past, if you didn't have scars or it wasn't happening at the time, they dismissed it, but not anymore. They got more intense with the domestic violence element. And she said, all right, thank you so much. You are welcome, Silky Denim. Because now it is the protection of your daughter. Because if you don't, her mind would be scarred, her life would be scarred, and you don't want her to grow up attracting what you want to get away from. And that's exactly what's going to happen, because that's going to be the frequency. That's going to be the frequency. See? In her car, a narcissist hurt is very painful, like being shot with a gun. It hurts when you injure them. The narcissist injury is very painful because it demeans them. It let them know that they are not so suchy much. Especially when you have a sense of entitlement, and everybody do what I say. Why? Because they consider themselves a god. That's why you have to go to idolatry to really stay with them. Because they don't accept anything else. They don't even accept you with God. They think that even he has to bow, and he would never will. Because I called him family, and he still deals with family. And they have started a smear campaign and have my name involved in a lot of legal things. Get that Judge Anthony Bappiani, check that out. Because he specializes in cases like this. He specifically tells you what to do. Don't you feel trapped? Don't you feel like all doors are closed? And don't you feel like there's no way out? Because all of this is to weigh you down. That's the intent, to stress you out so until you can't do nothing, baby. You gotta put that stress and let it go and do what you have to do for you. Put back into yourself. Like Karen says, self-care is not selfish. See? And so sometimes you got to put back in yourself. You got to build your mind up. You got to safeguard against all these smear campaigns. If they want to believe it, you can't stop people from believing it. If you believe it, that's your business. You know that it's not true. But you know they need to gaslight, blame, shift the blame, lie, smear you in any way they can. And the only way they feel like can be effective is to get more people involved in smearing you. Because then everybody knows that this. No, it ain't everybody. It's them causing a smear campaign. Silky Denim. Google to see if you are in one party state and secretly record. If you are in a two-party state, it is legal to record. One party state allowed to play verbal abuse in court. You may have to put up a secret camera. Edith said, I need more info on Narc family. Oh, you need to go under your Destiny Helper, Helen Sattler. You can go under Cluster B Free Karen. You can go under the T on NPD. You can also go on Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. You can go on these different ports that are available with that information. And we got videos that talk about family, because families are a trip. Family protect narcissists. They usually, especially when there's a narcissist in the family, they have a main leader, either the mother or father, or they can be both the mother and the father. Usually when you have the mother and the father, she said, my sister said all the family are toxic. I was just about to say, usually when you have a mother and father, you're going to have siblings that are toxic. And usually, if they have 3 or 4 kids, they have an empath, somebody very sensitive to everything. That is the scapegoat. They're going to dog them because they're too honest for them. She said, it's been hard. This is the target. They have isolated me and recorded me and do a lot of reaction abuse against me. It's a family incest with the narcissist in my situation. Baby, They ain't got nothing to do with it. Listen to me. You can't let them destroy you. So you're going to have some fight in you, because the whole family get together. It's like Rosemary Baby. The whole family get together, knowing that it's a demonic situation. And they will build till they break you down. You're not the only one they did this to. They're used to this. They're used to the family habitat where the narcissists reign and rule, and they go to the realm of destruction. They destroy everybody that he brings to them. And what they want to do is break you down. This is MMWX. This is MMXW said they want to vacate. They want you to vacate your body and allow them in the driver's seat. It's a different kind of evil. Absolutely. Cluster B said it's two-party state. It is legal to record. It is a felony in Florida. So know the law of your state, because if they in a one-party state, they ain't got no business recording you. She said you have to stand and know your worth. You have to stand in God. You have to. And that's work. That's work for somebody to beat and beat and beat and beat and beat and beat in your soul realm, and beat and beat and beat and beat in your mind, beat in your intent, beat in your self-worth, beat in your value system, and it not impact you. You got to have a different system that's going to help. You cannot be isolated. She said just Google, and this is silk denim, and it's a two-way consent. I just feel so stuck and confused. I'm going to call the hotline tomorrow. Absolutely. Absolutely. And they know how to help you. And once you do, don't tell anybody. Don't release this information to anybody, because your friend could be a flying monkey. Don't release it. If you know the family, don't tell the family. Keep quiet and do what they tell you to do. Keep quiet. She said the target looked at the video on Gray Rock method and reactive abuse. It robs the narc of supply. They have to have it. The only thing about Gray Rock, if you in the relationship, it's not sustainable, because after a while you're going to break down. That's not something you can maintain. But if you're in a Gray Rock situation and you're away, you can implement that, because they got to have fuel. And if they don't get fuel from you, they're going to get fuel from your family. And your family going to give them the fuel against you. But when they come to you, they're out of gas. Haka said, I should have known he was just trying to do whatever to keep me around, because the ex has been around for years and he didn't care about me. Yep, that's the way it works. Eminem said, it's important if you are leaving to stay quiet. You would be surprised that the person you least accept is telling your every move. Yep. I think she said the least expect is telling your every move. The target said, I pray at I Gray Rock at home, and they say I'm depressed. I let them assume. So are you still with the target? The target, are you still with the narcissist, or you have left the narcissist? She said, remember, two-party states, it is not legal to record. Learn your state's law. So it's not legal in a two-party state, or is it legal, Karen? Because up there you said in a two-party state it's legal, but it's not legal in a one-party state. So which is it? The two-party state is legal, or the one-party state is legal? She said, I Gray Rock them at home. So the target, are you still with the narcissist, or are you away from the narcissist? We are down to 2 minutes, guys. Sorry about that. Eminem said, least expect, you have to trust in the Lord, and not even your children. You can tell. Nope, nobody. She said, no, they place cameras in my house and gaslight me every day by telling me what I do in private. You can, she says a one-party state is legal. Okay, one-party state is legal, two-party state is not. It says it is legal, it is illegal. I'm in Washington. So are you in Washington state? She said, I have moved 4 times How did they get in your house? When coming to record in states that are two-party states, you only need one party to consent and it can be recorded. How did they get in your house, Target? Do he still have a key or did he break in your house? And if he broke in your house, did you charge him with the break-in? Target. How did he get in your house to put cameras in there? Or did you trust somebody that allowed the cameras to be set up? There is equipment that you can go around your house. If they have set up cameras in your house, it will locate all the cameras. You just have to go through your house a little bit at a time. It's been hard to prove anything. It won't be hard to prove because the very cameras they use, you can get a source to tap into that. They have go on TikTok and write in camera detectors. You can buy, and it's not expensive. You can buy she said, never again. Yeah. You can buy this camera detector on TikTok and it will let you know every place where there's a camera. It will beep when it comes on the camera because if they've target your house, you probably need to do the same thing to your car. There may be a tag on your car and they know everywhere you go. See, you're a primary source. He's putting too much energy and too much in this to locate you. Eminem says, you may need to go and get an order of protection put in place and a restraining order. I think she's already done that. That's why she says hard to prove. She says, sorry, Marvelous. In a two-party state, you must have permission, both parties, to record. Absolutely. She said it's something. Yes, it's something in my car. You've been tagged. You've been tagged. When kidnappers want to kidnap somebody, they tag the car so they can follow them. And then when they get them along, they apprehend them. Get the equipment, go on TikTok and get a camera detector, and you can get it for cheap. And you can order that and go through your house and go through your car, and you can begin to find out whether they tag your car. And if you do, before you remove it, take a picture of it. And then go through your house, take a picture of where you locate the cameras. And then what you got to do is now you need to set up your own cameras. She said, the issue is my family and others he works with. You can't be around your family. You're going to have to cut them off because they're not safe. Helen said you could download the app of what cameras you have at the house. The only thing about it, you got to know the cameras. You got to know the cameras. But you need that equipment in order to locate the cameras. And then you need to set up your own cameras. You need to, like over your windows, you can put a chime or something over the windows that or sticks over the windows, or put like a block over the windows where they can't get in. When you leave, block the back door, and your front door is hard unless they got a key. If they get in, put a camera right there. She's at Amazon.com, have detectors to find tags and other tracking devices. Yeah. Amazon.com or TikTok. They're advertising it all the time. So you can get those items that can help you. The target, you are being stressed out. What they want to do is run you crazy. They want you to actually lose your mind. So they got your family. They got enough surroundings where you question everything. It reminds me of the movie, The Devil's Advocate. The Devil's Advocate, they made that woman lose her mind because they thought she was crazy. They made her feel like she was crazy. She went crazy. The things she was experiencing, she was actually experiencing. And what you got to do, you can't be in a corner where there's no one there for you. Even if you have to, like Karen said, you come on Clubhouse, go on the Destiny Helper House. And Karen can put her information where you can access her rooms. You got to get online. Key, K-E-Y. Keep educating yourself. You got to keep educating yourself. You have to keep educating yourself. All right? Y'all, we're going to continue this conversation on next Wednesday. If you want to write me Destiny Helper 12s at gmail.com. Destiny Helper 12s at gmail.com. And make sure you join me on Tuesday, 7:45 Pacific Standard Time, 10:45 Eastern Time, 9:45 Central Time. She's in my room on Friday, Cluster B Free Karen. Go to that room. These rooms, baby, gonna help you. In the state of Washington, you should have the right to privacy in your private conversation. This means you must get permission from anyone being recorded. First of all, you shouldn't even be in there. Unless you got kids, don't even be around them. If there are children involved, then he should have a parental order of his visitation rights, when he can have the child and when he can see the child. If there's proposed danger, you can get help. Now you're going to get help. Now they're not going to. It's time to distance and walk away from your family. Easier said than done, M&M. Easier said than done. Because sometimes you can't just walk away. Unless you can walk away if they're not keeping your child. You don't have nothing to do with them because they're dangerous. And you got to self-preservate. You got to self-preservate right now. Like Eminem say, you can't be around them. If you don't have nothing to do with them and don't need them, walk away from them. You don't need a family that is a constant danger. She said, family would destroy your life. I know. I had to move away. Absolutely. She's late, but I will watch the replay. Okay, Danielle, thank you so much. Hey, y'all, I gotta go. I'm 7 minutes over, but I'm going to tell you this. There is a way out. You got this tribe, Target, Edith, you got this tribe, and we're here. She said, I have, and that's why they help him stalk me. They have done a lot. I'm moving again. Wow. Do you have children by him? The Target? Do you have children by him? Do you have children by him? That is necessary for him to be in the family. She said, you're right, Mom. She said, yes, one daughter. How old is the daughter? Is she still a minor? Is she still a minor? And that's probably why you feel so trapped, because he probably threatened you with that child. But that's why we was telling you about Judge Bapiani. She said he has not seen our child in 3 years. Girl, listen to me. Just stick with us. What we got to do is strengthen you. We're going to have to strengthen you and raise your level of confidence. You are so bogged down with oppression, you can't really see. But that's what we're here for. We're here to help you. She said, thank you for an amazing night, Mom. You are so welcome. Plus the B said, marvelous, you can get court-approved app like our family wizard. Oh, yeah, and this is for Target. Our family wizard, so he can only text you about the child. He can bring it to the court if he talks about any subject other than the child or children. The Target, make sure you snapshot what Karen just wrote. Make sure you snapshot that. That's going to really help you. Yeah, that's going to really help the Target. Snapshot that information that Karen just wrote, because that's who needs it. She needs it. There you go. All right, y'all. You can write me at destinyhelper12s at gmail.com. I love you to life, and I'm looking forward to seeing you right after Fantabulous Bible Study next Wednesday. Join me Innovative Monday night on for Bible study between 7 and 8:30. And I'll try to get there. And Fat Tabulous Wednesday night Bible study, same time. Good night, Helen, Marie. And then 20 minutes after, charge my devices. Then I'm back on for 1 hour. Today, we went over a little bit, and it's okay. For Target, it was worth it. But Target, make sure you took a snapshot of all the things that Karen wrote and access it. All right, I'm Helen Sadler, your destiny helper. Thank you so much. God bless.